It's rugged, eh?
It was rugged, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, happy Spring Day, guys. I see one of our supporters, Cerberus Tactical, has been quite crafty this morning with getting the message of spring out there.
It's a lovely day out there.
Yeah, it's a lovely day.
It's lovely on the range.
Really was it?
Yeah, it was nice.
It's nice.
Very quiet though.
Yeah. So yeah, last week was harrowing. I mean, it was, you know, the just a little quick story. So we were getting ready after close of business last week, Friday, and we discovered that our keys we're in the. Remember, we don't actually live here. This is our office, not our home. So we discovered that our keys had been put in one of the bags that had been loaded. Yes. Hello,
hang on, honestly.
Extra batteries.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry guys, I just see stuff happening here.
Yeah, we're all a little bit confused about what's going on. But, welcome to live TV.
And a week of harrowing.
We're just talking about our flat out batteries when our batteries went flat. Okay, so after close of business yesterday, Hannes is gone, he's last Friday. Hannes is gone, and he's already he and his wife are on their way through to go and stay in an accommodation close to the range, etc. We discovered that our house keys had been packed in the trailer which we'd taken through, or the goods which we'd taken through in the trailer, and were locked in the trailer on the range. The range is now closed. The trailer's keys are with Hannes, and we're stuck here. So Nets and I had to drive through to the range after dark on Friday night, through the Friday afternoon traffic past the airport. Get into the container through the good offices of Dave from the security, retrieve our house keys, drive all the way back from
Now we haven't eaten since 5 o'clock in the morning.
And we made the horrible mistake of stopping at McDonald's.
Never again.
Oh.
And that's why we haven't had it for 20 years.
Yeah, so you know, we suffer, guys. We really suffer for you.
But the event was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, then going back there at 5 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
And packing up after the event, because they had another do on Sunday at the range.
So you and Hannes had to do
Hannes and I had to take down the 50 cal target at about 11 o'clock or 11:30 at night, then tow the trailer out of the way at about after midnight. And Hannes bravely dive tackled the ground.
So yeah,
it was I barely woke up on Sunday.
I still had events, 2 other women's events this week. So I think for the first time I'm going to rest tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow might be a late morning
for me. Yes.
For both of us.
It's just
might sleep in until 7.
We had a women's summit on, which is the international summit, when was that? Wednesday evening, I think, which
yes.
I had to prepare for. And yesterday we had another one, so yeah, it's just been, I'm glad Women's Month is over, maybe I can get back to normal again.
Yeah, so guys, the event on Saturday was absolutely spectacular. Thank you to everybody that contributed to it. All of our helpers, all of our sponsors. Water Spring Leisure and Adventure came to the party big time.
Apparently the food was good. I didn't have much of it in the evening. The food was apparently excellent.
So the owner of Leisure and Adventure in Wattle Spring, donated his personal chef to do the catering, and the food was above par.
It was very
I mean,
nice.
I can remember tasting the starter.
The starter I had.
And it wasn't rubber chicken. It was
actually very nice.
It's difficult to cater for 200 people on the trot. But anyway, it went down very, very well.
PJ Piles was there.
Yep.
Addy was there. Yes, Addy was fantastic.
PJ was fantastic, but then PJ is a professional. But Addy, I must mention Addy, the girl who sings the Gun Buddy song. We're busy getting the videos edited and stuff now.
How many megs, Hannes?
No.
Gigs. No, gigs.
Gigs, how many?
About 400 gigs.
Just under 500 gigs.
Just under half a terabyte of
So
video
we will
material.
have videos out hopefully next week.
Anyway, but Addie.
Yeah.
So Addie gets up to sing. She stands on the stage, and the sound engineer, a professional sound engineer, I
It's
might
told us
add,
everything is alright.
screws up the backing track.
Can't find it.
He loses it. He just can't find the backing track, and he's like, his brow is furrowed, and he's starting to sweat. And Addie's standing there.
So I said to her,
So we brought her off the stage just so that, she didn't have to stand there for 10 minutes while this guy mucked about. Eventually, with the intervention of various iPhones, we managed to get a version of the backing track loaded onto the sound engineer's sound desk, and he played the backing track, and Addie sang. And she sang pitch perfect, word perfect, without a stutter, with movements and grace around the stage, straight out of the starting blocks.
Yeah.
She is such a little professional.
and we actually gave her a surprise that she didn't know
Yes.
about.
Yeah, so after she sang, Lynette and Monty, one of the GOSA directors, presented her with a Glock 44, a 22 Glock that we'd had cerakoted in teal.
She loves
I always
teal.
thought teal was a duck, but apparently it's also a shade of turquoise. Anyway, so we presented her with a which is her favorite color. We presented her with a Glock 44, and she's got a little, she's got a holster that goes with it, and mag pouches that goes with it in teal with Gun Buddies logos on it, and she was absolutely,
This is for me. She was so cute.
yeah. So she's a little darling, and she's going to have a. You're going to hear a lot about Addie. It's not just with guns, not just with us, but trust me, as a singing talent,
Yeah.
as a performer, as an entertainer, she's going to go far.
Our youngest girl on fire.
Our youngest girl on fire.
And she was on fire.
At 11, yeah. So anyway, that was great. That was absolutely fantastic to be part of. We'll release the video of it later.
Yeah.
So we've got two video sources, because you never have one. We've got two video sources: a professional videographer and Hannes. Well, a guy with an 80,000 rand camera and a guy with a 10,000 rand
And
camera.
Hannes was saying, "Give me an 80,000 camera and see what I can do."
So the guy, Hannes, had a feed directly from the mixing desk. The other oak unfortunately didn't. So the other guy's got exceptional graphics, and Hannes has got exceptional lyrics or the exceptional soundtrack. So now we have to try and make those two into one. So we have exceptional graphics and exceptional soundtrack. Anyway, that's Hannes's problem. That sounds like a Hannes problem.
So we're going to do a couple of videos. We'll do it on the event itself. We're going to do one on Gun Buddies. We're also going to do one on Chris the SWAT Fighting Spirit Award.
Which was
actually,
fantastic
we had a fantastic. So first prize went to Keshna Skuman, amazing young lady. She got a variety of prizes, which included a CZP 10C, which Formalita gave in pink. Then she got from Pangolin Safe. She's got a safe, a handgun safe. She had training from myself, which she actually got previously. She got a holster from Concealed Carry.
Yes.
What else was there?
I don't know. But she needed help to carry all of her prizes to
without
the
the
car.
gun. She can only get the
without
gun
the
later.
gun. She got a lot of stuff. So I reckon she probably got in the region of 20 or 25,000 rands worth of prizes. She's a lion.
She is.
This young girl is a lion.
Yeah.
She's got a heart the size of South Africa. We worry about her because we think she's too brave for her own good.
Yeah.
But we're trying to support her. We're trying to put mechanisms in place that will help her and support her and protect her.
Second prize winner was Olivia Jazriel. What an awesome lady.
Another, geez.
So she's the person that
that dragged Bob Hewitt to prison.
Yeah. And she still does a lot of very, very good work. So we're still working very closely with her.
Yes.
And we will be working closely with her in the future. And then
she got a Beretta
APX
A1 carry, which is their little slim 9mm para. It's a beautiful little carry gun.
In grey, it's actually very, very pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty gun.
And then some training from myself. So it's also about a 15,000 rands prize.
Correct.
Then our third prize winner was Vanessa Tedder Govender. Also absolutely awesome. We are actually doing a video on the Krista Swart.
She's actually got a very nice, she sent us, she couldn't be there on Saturday night, so she sent us a video insert thanking us for nominating her as a finalist.
So we'll do a video
so we'll pop that into the package as well when we get it out. And it's very nice. It's and she won 3,500 rand clothing voucher.
Well, whatever she wants.
Whatever she wants from one of our biggest sponsors this year, which was Johnson Workwear. They make some magnificent stuff. I mean, they've just sent the PRS 22 team overseas to the World Championships, fully outfitted. I think they put in something like 150,000 rands worth of clothing into that. I speak under correction, it might not be, but
no, it was 180,000.
180,000 rands worth of clothing into the national team. They put a lot into Girls on Fire. I mean, the goodie bags that we dished out on Friday must have been, but yeah, the Oros was probably 6,000 or 7,000 rand a bag.
Yeah.
That went to each of the 40 Oros, or roughly 40 Oros, and each of the competitors, the 150 or 160 competitors,
nice goodie bags.
got other very nice goodie bags. They got really decent Walker ear protection.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to National Cartridge. They got
good glasses,
good eye protection from Talkcraft. Not crap stuff. Not bloody grinding goggles or anything like that. Nice, slim, round the face, snug fitting eye protection, and we gave out about 200 pairs of those on Saturday to everybody at the range that needed them.
Yeah.
Ear protection we gave out to everybody that needed it at the range. We had that ability to do that through the kindness and generosity of our sponsors.
I can't say thank you enough for everybody. The guys really came to this to the party. We are Shelley. We still yes, Shelley. Shelley needs to. We're talking about a flyover next year. Hopefully.
Shelley.
Shelley.
I thought you mean.
They're both Shelley and Shelley. They're both.
So we got this team of cheerleaders.
Shelley and Shirley.
Shelley and Shirley. And Shelley is the one she's now promised us next year we'll have an Airbus flyover. We just couldn't get one on Saturday because they couldn't spare a plane. They have to take a plane out of circuit to do that for us.
Yeah.
Just to do a flyover for us. It's got to be a special trip. It's got to be.
So we still.
But we're getting an Airbus. So it's the Springboks at Ellis Park and at Loftus and us.
And we're trying for them to put underneath to repaint the bloody plane, as she says.
Shelley says to me, so who's going to supply the paint? Who's going to pay for the paint? I said, well, I'll supply the logo if you guys, or the slogan if you guys supply the paint. So anyway,
so watch this space.
Watch this space. It's going to be very exciting for next year.
So yes, a lot of stuff happened. As I said, it was absolutely awesome. From smaller sponsors, people, we had absolutely awesome trophies. It was just fantastic. It was just an absolutely fantastic.
It just builds every darn year. This thing just gets bigger and bigger, and you don't think it can get bigger, but it does.
No.
It attracts more attention. It gets better and better and better and better.
I must say thank you to my fellow director, Charmaine. She was absolutely awesome. She thinks big. That's how we got PJ Powers. She's an absolute awesome girl. Thank you, Charmaine. Don't know if you watch it. I think you're trying to catch up on work as well. And just everybody that's contributed to it has been fantastic. Michelle van der Merwe from Johnson's Workwear, and each and every one of my of the ladies that worked on the range. It was hard work. This year we had squad nannies, or squad mommies as ROs, and that worked. Thank you, Letitia.
So that's basically a range officer, a qualified range officer that travels with every squad. So they become that squad's manager. It's almost like a manager of a team.
A sport
they travel with them, and they make sure that all that everybody is watered and fed and arrives at the right range at the right time, and does the scoring so they know the people, so that there's no mix up with the scoring or anything like that. And then there's of course the 2 range officers, or at least 2 range officers on each range, on each stage.
Do you know how big this is, guys? It's been, I think we've got the only guys that runs the range is the guys that bring the cannons.
Well, yes,
because they,
yes.
But they really have fun.
They had 2 massive cannons and a whole bunch of small ones.
They even painted the one cannon white for the girls. They're just an awesome bunch of people.
So, and of course, Jared. We must mention Jared from Truvelo, who assisted with the technically assisted on the 50 cal and the 308 range, just in case there was a stuck case in the chamber again like last year.
And Rodney from
they had to rely on me with a piece of wire and a rock to beat it out.
And Rodney from Leisure and Adventure, the general manager for Water Spring, actually serviced our guns free of charge, the 308 and the 50 cal the day beforehand.
Who was Truvelo's senior armourer or
gunsmith.
Senior gunsmith. So before he took this job.
Rodney.
So he climbed in there and he spent a good afternoon cleaning all the guns and making sure everything was right, and of course the people at Powder Keg for Delta and Konos, the scopes that we used and that were fitted, etc. There's so many guys to mention.
Each and every one.
No matter how many people. Well, there was more. 59, I think.
59
individual sponsors. 59 guys.
That was absolutely amazing.
Some guys sponsoring as much as 100,000 rand.
Yeah.
But everybody they all played a part. They all played a role.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic.
And it was absolutely freezing when we arrived.
Yeah, who thought?
So GOSA sold a lot of clothing. So did
Leisure and Adventure had a little pop-up shop there. And they sold all their jackets and stuff like that up very quickly in the morning. We sold a whole bunch of jackets that we'd taken.
We didn't have any size for Irene from Jurgens Bakker.
Yeah.
So thank you, Michelle, for actually organising another Johnson's Workwear, for organising a jacket that Irene already got, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
After the event. It's absolutely flippant. With Irene and GOSA Girls on Fire.
Jacket specially prepared for her with embroidery, etc., and out there. Guys, if you're looking for workwear, if you're looking for cool clothing in general, I mean, I'm a really cool guy. Just saying.
Sorry.
And I only wear Johnson's shorts.
I'll tell that. You make me laugh. So, any case.
And I've got new pluckies today.
Paul had to say that.
I haven't had new pluckies. I couldn't get leather pluckies from anywhere. I've been walking the shopping malls flat looking for leather pluckies. Because it's spring. I only wear pluckies from now until next winter. And most of the winter too. But so my pluckies were worn out. So I found nice from Agrimark.
Is it? They look the same to me, but that's me. But in any case,
it's really important. You're not a connoisseur of flockies.
I'm not a connoisseur of flockies.
Anyway, so yeah, but all right. So let's. Where are we now?
60 days of action. So we will start actually next week.
One show ends, the other show begins. The show must go on.
Yeah. So. The 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children, which is a United Nations program, starts usually on the 28th of November and finishes on the 10th of December. We've decided to start early. We've already got a lot of really great ladies up, so we've changed it to 16 days of action because we believe action is better than activism.
One video a day.
No, we'll
one video a day.
We're going to do 2 videos a day.
One video a day. It's right there in the name. Day. You do 1 video a day. It works out.
So we're busy. We're starting with. You can speak. I'm not listening, but in any case, so we are starting with the interviews next Tuesday. So that's it. So we're busy with that. So watch the space and support that. And that's about it from my side.
So let's talk about some fables, shall we? I see these things keep popping up, and it's like whack-a-mole. These Volhar stories pop up. You smack them on the head. They go down a little bit, but then guys say, but. I heard from the DFO at Pitsonnewater, and they pop up again, and they keep. The cycle keeps repeating itself. So we've had guys again with police threatening to some muppet in some gun shop.
And we had no names or places.
Saying to a client who had a Section 16 license who was buying hollow points that if this guy intends to use the hollow points in his Section 16 firearm, this gun shop boffin is going to tell the police on him because it are illegal. It just boggles the mind. It's the stupidity is legendary. So now you have a muppet that works behind the counter in a gun shop is going to report you to the police because you've bought hollow point ammunition from him.
And you're going to use it in your Section 16.
Really, guys, just don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid out there. Anyway, so that's one of the things. Then again, we had someone who we know very well, who knows a lot about what he's talking about. And some guy was talking about safe inspections and when do they do this and that, and should they do this? And this is a fallacy more than a fable. That in actual fact, safes aren't a requirement of in the Act.
Although you're not going to get away with it with the
safekeeping is a requirement. If you haven't got control over the firearm at every time during the day and night, it's got to be kept in prescribed safekeeping. But there's nothing in the Act that suggests that you have to have a safe in order to have a firearm, particularly a self-defense firearm. Because if you're going to have it with you all the time, it's going to be on your hip or it's going to be on the nightstand next to your bed all the time, why would you need a safe for it? Of course, we recommend that people have safes because where are you going to put the extra ammunition, etc., etc., etc. We recommend that people have safes. But it ain't a requirement of the Act.
Of the Act, it is a requirement of the police.
It's another one of those ultra vires requirements of the police, where the police have now decided that they can make law. Again, it's just bizarre.
So what we did forget, are you done with that?
Yes, what did I forget?
What we forgot, Hannes, is the raffles.
Oh yes.
So we wanted to actually get the raffle gun out. Maybe we'll show it on the next one.
Yeah, let's do that next week. So we'll be running the raffles, the 2 raffles that we initiated at last week on Saturday.
Please support us.
Yeah, so we've got 2 fantastic firearms. We've got a Canic titanium or in titanium
Sapelli, I think.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I wouldn't mind carrying it.
Which we're raffling. $250 a ticket.
So please support us.
And we've got
Beretta APX Centurion.
Beretta APX Centurion,
Yeah.
which we're also raffling for at $250 a ticket. The raffle will be open until the 29th of this month.
Yeah.
On this show, we will do the draw for the two guns.
The draw.
We sold a number of tickets already, not that many, so you still got a good chance. Get in there, guys. And yeah.
Those guns are awesome, and it's worth winning, and you supporting a good cause for GOSA
100%.
So fantastic. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it, guys.
We're going to go to a 3-year-old's party tomorrow.
Yes.
We've been...
Mari. She's a real biscuit.
Yeah. What, Hannes, what do you...
Running out of battery, that's
Okay, guys, bye.
Cheers. I'll see you next week.